Hello everyone and welcome back to Selling Everything I Own on Facebook Marketplace for a C3 Corvette. In the last episode I sold my carpet, the one I was sleeping on, for 20 bucks, which was a nice added bonus to the 50 we already had. And I was going to sell my desk too, but the person never showed up, so it's still on my porch disassembled. But we don't care about that. You know what we do care about? We care about selling. This is day 6. I want to start this video off by saying thank you to my most recent subscribers. I got 8 while working on this video, which is just crazy, so thank you very much. There were a few people I was unable to add to this list just because their profiles were hidden. But for all the mysterious people that subscribed, thank you very much. And thank you, Sinad, for subscribing. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. That's how Google told me to say it. Thank you, Matt, for subscribing. I told you I'd shout you out. I really appreciate the comments and the support. Also, emotions for this awesome comment. This made me burst out laughing. Thank you so much. And last but not least, thank you, Joe, for subscribing and your 2 insightful comments. Seriously, I was at work whenever you posted these, and they just made me so happy that it's very encouraging. Thank you very much. All of you guys make it worth sleeping on my floor every night. But without further ado, it's time to respond to some messages. Today was actually pretty crazy with the messages. Most of them I just respond to at work, so I didn't keep these people waiting too long. And like usual, I just put this in a time-lapse format because responding to all these messages took a very long time. And yeah, I also moved my desk up against my wall because my back was really starting to hurt. Turns out hardwood isn't a very good sleeping surface. But you know what? That doesn't really matter because I'm trying to replace this with this. Charlie wrote to me about my desk chair and I responded. Then he said he got one, thanks. So I just said my chair understands. You didn't want him anyway, buddy. You deserve more than that. Tara also asked about my desk chair, and whenever I said it was available, she sent an audio message that was like 1 second long. And I kind of got creeped out, so I just left. It also didn't help she had a 2-star rating with 18 reviews on it, so I'm sure I wasn't her first victim. I responded to the last of the messages, and after that, I think you know what time it is. It's time to sell, boys. I started looking around my room once more like something changed, but nothing did. And I don't know how my room got this disgusting, but I just feel embarrassed posting this. Like, I got home from work and this was the first thing I saw, and I just wanted to turn around. I did, however, find a dime on my floor, so things are looking up. I wanted to move outside of our room to see if there was anything I could sell, but I only found an air fryer in our backyard, as well as a cooler and an AC unit, and I'm pretty sure no one wants those. Everything outside of my room isn't mine, so finding stuff to sell that's, not in my room is difficult. This is day 7. As you know, I started the day off responding to messages. Nothing crazy came in, but I did get one response that surprised me. Since the person who wanted my desk originally couldn't get it till Friday, I didn't expect them to message me back, but they actually did. Unfortunately though, she wanted to pick it up at 1:45 and I was at work till 4, so she just said I guess this wasn't meant to be. I don't even care anymore. At this point, just steal it off my porch. I got this lottery ticket for Christmas that I forgot about in the back of my truck, and it's a winner, so I'll just turn this in. My roommates convinced me to get 2 with the money, so I just said screw it, whatever. After the whole desk situation, I just didn't really care anymore, and they were right because I won $30. Sure, it's only a $5 increase from what I had before, but you know what? I'll take it. Boom, baby, we're triple digits now. I also got a message from Sarah about my tall lamp in my room. We agreed on a time and she actually showed up and bought it. Unlike some people. Nah, I'm just kidding. I disassembled it and now I have $5 to add to the account. Boom, now we're up to 105.10. I mean, sure, yeah, now I have this disgusting light to look at, which has 2 separate kinds of bulbs in it, but I also have $5, so we're pretty good. This is day 8. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Saturday, and I'm going to start by cleaning my room. It really just got to the point where it was too much, so I got to get it over with. And by the time I finished, it looks like no different, so that was 5 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. But anyway, I checked the messages, and the only one I got was for my desk. Kim asked me if the desk came apart, and I said I already took it apart. And I guess she didn't like that because she never responded. But now it's 8 o'clock and no one else wrote, so you know what time it is. It's time to sell, boys. I started with this metal tray thing I got from Walmart whenever I moved in to put my keys on. I don't know how much it would go for, but I'm just gonna list it. $5 sounded fair, so that's what I put it at. I have a Triumph sign and a Triumph poster as well, but I'd feel bad selling these things just because I owned a Triumph Spitfire at the time, and I basically restored this car from the ground up and then had to sell it because I didn't have room to keep it. So these 2 things are pretty nostalgic to me, and I don't really think they're worth a whole lot, so I'm just gonna hold on to them. Some guy also started yelling outside my house, so I was wondering what was going on. I think he was probably mad he didn't have a C3 Corvette, which is understandable. I had this pair of Converse shoes that I never wear, so I just said, you know, why not list them? $10 sounded good, so that's where they're at. I also found one of my shoes I wanted to sell, but not the others, so that meant I had to go in my closet. And before I go in here, I just want you to know, like, you can't judge me for this, okay? My room is the size of a shipping container, so I have no space for this. And truthfully, it's really not that bad. I mean, let's be honest here. Like, this room is so small, and I don't even have to be defending myself to you. I started by trying to find that shoe, but ended up finding, like, my past version of myself. Like this watch that's bigger than my wrist, but then again, I have the wrist the size of a twig. But it's either I work out or get a C3 Corvette. You can't have both. But after a little more digging, I did eventually find my shoe. And here it is listed on Facebook Marketplace for $10. I also realized there were some listings I could renew, so I just did that while I was looking for other things to sell. This is day 9. It's a Sunday, so I started today off by watching church. This is the Bible verse of this week, Isaiah 43:2. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. Immediately after, I got a message for my Adidas court tennis shoes. They marked them as counterfeit, even though they're obviously not. I thought maybe it was the name that needed to be changed, like, cause maybe they're not court tennis shoes, so I just deleted that. But I literally got the same message for the same exact thing, so I just deleted the listing. But you know, Facebook, 2 people can play at your petty games, so I just deleted the listing, and I deleted the Converse listing as well, and I just put the Adidas ones in the Converse listing and listed it as men's shoes. That was a mouthful, but yeah, now it's relisted and we're good to go. I just love how Facebook, like, allows you to post my ex-wife's stuff she left behind and, like, doesn't get flagged at all, but I post a pair of Adidas shoes and it's like all hell breaks loose. I didn't get any messages for the rest of the day, and I also didn't list anything because I was visiting my parents when we watched the Bills game, so this day was kind of, you know, dead. This is day 10. You know how I said in the beginning of this video, I don't even care anymore, at this point just steal it off my porch? Well, that's exactly what happened. I didn't see it at the time, but Kim wrote me and asked if it was available and also if I would do 20. I told her that worked, and she, like, seemed surprised by it for some reason. I guess maybe because it was just $20. I don't know. I just wanted it off my porch at this time. She said her boyfriend was going to go pick it up around 7 p.m., which worked for me because I was coming home from my parents' house, so everything was good. The weather yesterday was terrible and I wasn't accounting for it, so I just said I put it on the porch because it was already on there to begin with. But by the time 7 rolled around, her boyfriend was still stuck at work, so she said she'd keep me updated. She asked if I had Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle, and I have Zelle, so I just said yeah, you know, that's fine, because I've done transactions where people just sell me for it and I've had no problem with it before. Needless to say, I should have listened to the Zelle warning that I got at the bottom of my screen. She didn't message me for a while, so I just kept checking my window to see if he showed up or whatever, which took forever. Man, I'm telling you, like, I checked my window like probably once every 5 minutes. And this dude in this video isn't even him. Like, he didn't show up the entire night. She wrote me the next morning and said he didn't manage to stop by anymore and that if she could get it by 7 a.m. And I was just thinking to myself, like, this would have been nice to know like 9 hours ago.
Hello, YouTube. I'm just warning you ahead of time. I'm at work right now, but I'm just warning you ahead of time. If I get home and this thing is still on my porch, I'm going to freak out. So yeah, just a precursor to whatever happens whenever I get home.
And to my surprise, it was actually gone. But unlike how we talked, how she'd leave the money under the mat or she'd Zelle me for it, I got nothing. We're also talking like $20 here, okay? This is like not life-changing money. This isn't $100 or $200. This is $20, okay? Not that $100 or $200 is life-changing money, but you get the point. I wrote her and asked if she had trouble with Zelle or something, or if it didn't go through, because it didn't go through on my end. She obviously didn't pay me, she just took it. So I was trying to be nice, and she never responded. On top of it being ironic that it got stolen off of my porch after I basically asked for somebody to steal it off my porch, why would you negotiate on the price if you were just gonna steal it? I'm not really mad about the money because yeah, it's like $20. I'm more just hurt that, like, I had so much patience, and I also said I would take it down like $10 for you and stuff, and I waited this entire time. I'm just hurt, you know? It just feels bad. But it brings me joy knowing that the 2 back brackets for the desk, which keep it from wobbling and stuff, are still on my porch, so she clearly wasn't smart enough to grab everything. To turn the day around though and end this video on a good note, Christopher wrote me about my desk chair, which I was selling for $10. We agreed on a time. He actually showed up, gave me $10 in my hand, so way to go, Christopher. You're a real one, brother. It brings me a ton of joy to say after part 3, we've ended this video with $115.10. Let's go, boys. Let's keep it up. And here's us at 50 versus 115 and 10. Sure, do we have a long way to go? Yeah, but that's what a challenge is. And I really appreciate all the support you've been giving me throughout this entire time. Keep it up, guys. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Part 3 synopsis. I think I said that right. We went from $70 to 115.10. I don't know why I stuttered that much. My desk got stolen, and I realized the true meaning of friendship, which was all the friends we made along the way. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.